Hello and welcome to still my parents' dining table. This is the Unwritten Life. My name is Kjersti and it's so nice that you're here. I'm gonna start a puzzle. I have done this puzzle before. You can find me doing it on my channel. I think I've actually done it several times. I don't know, or I don't remember more correctly whether I have done it so you could just see the puzzle. Come to think, I don't think I've done that. But sometimes you do things one way and then you continue to always do it the same way, and yeah, sometimes you need to change it up a bit. So I thought I was gonna do that today with the puzzle, because usually I sort a lot. Actually not that much, but usually I sort the pieces, and it's a lot of pieces. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle, so it's a lot, but also not really that many pieces. And I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm just gonna keep flipping pieces. Obviously, I like to see the face basically of the pieces so I know what I'm working with. It would be very hard to do it upside down. I don't think that would be possible. You'd have to try everything everywhere. Maybe that could be an interesting way of trying to do a puzzle. As usual, the lighting not great. Sorry about that. Sorry both to you and to me, because with bad lighting, puzzling is not the easiest either. So yeah, I said I want to try something different or new. No, not new, but I want to do this puzzle in a way I haven't done it before. As in, I'm just not gonna sort, I'm just gonna, oh, those were all ready together, cool. I'm just gonna flip pieces and see if anything will eventually work, so to speak. I've never tried it that way. I don't think I've ever done a puzzle in quite such a way, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Something that is not interesting is my life. Still haven't found a house. Keep looking, keep getting frustrated. It's yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, no, still no house, which is sad. So yeah, I'm also a student, and I did turn in my first paper, which was a very, very short paper. It was like maximum 2 pages. And from what I could tell, some of the other students, we have a Facebook group, and some of them were struggling to keep it to below 2 pages. I, however, was struggling to stretch it out to 1 page. So yeah, I haven't gotten any results back yet, so I have no idea how I did. I have no idea how either good or bad I did. At some point I will find out, you know? At some point I will know whether me trying to stretch it out was good enough or not. And if it wasn't, well, I'll probably have to do it again, because you kind of have to pass to be allowed to continue, as far as I know. So that's its own little thing. And right this second I'm thinking maybe this wasn't such a good idea, trying to do it this way, but I'm gonna keep going because why not? Sometimes when you have an idea, even though you think it might be a bad one, okay, if you know it's gonna be a bad idea, maybe don't do it. But if you don't know for sure, sometimes you gotta challenge yourself and give it a go. See what happens, you know? I think that's important. Oh, that was the right side. Or maybe it's not. Who am I to tell? I don't know much. Or I do know a lot of things, but it's a lot of random things. So many random things. I mean, sometimes people can ask questions and I just know the answer. And then people ask me like, how did you know the answer? And I was like, I don't know. Didn't know I had to know that too. So, yeah, it's a lot of things, as usual. Come to realize that's something I say a lot. I don't mean to, but it happens. And as usual, the reason I'm not looking at you directly is because I'm looking at the puzzle. Because that's what I'm trying to do. In a very weird way today. So, let's see how that goes, shall we? I obviously won't finish it today, and yes, my parents are still alive. They're just out of the house for the evening. And yes, it is evening, which is why the ceiling light and the dark and all the things. Making it hard to puzzle. Because the glare from the pieces, ooh, not an easy one. Not an easy one. At least not all the time. Sometimes it's okay, but generally having a glare from the pieces, or mostly from the ceiling light when you do the puzzles, it's annoying. And now I'm like, am I already regretting this trial? Maybe a little, but at the same time, I haven't tried it this way before, so it's kind of fun too. I think it's important to, as I said, try new things and challenge yourself a little. Though I will say, challenging myself by living with my parents, not something I enjoy. I mean, I love my parents, but living with them, it's not ideal, man. It's not ideal. And, I mean, I have a lot of similarities with my mom and my dad, but I think me and dad get along. I get along just fine with them. I don't know exactly how to, like, phrase this, but some of the similarities I have with my mom makes coexisting a little challenging at times. And the similarities I have with my dad are similarities that are easier to coexist with. So that's a whole thing in its own. On its own? Anyway, English is not my first language. And this is fascinating way of doing it. Ooh. Look at this. I mean, I am putting things together, so that's pretty cool. I'm also feeling a little confused. Slightly less cool. But we'll get there. They're not. Hard to tell sometimes. Oh, look at that. Let's see, these must be, okay. So, what have you been up to lately? I've been looking for a house and doing my studies because I find it very important. I mean, since I started to study, I do want to keep going, so I have to do the papers and hopefully do well on the papers that I turn in, and yeah. I mean, I haven't studied, I haven't been a student for quite some years, so it's an interesting challenge. I like it. And I really, okay, geology is current subject. Not the most fascinating, but I understand the need for it. So, yeah. It's, wait, which way? But I I do enjoy it. It's just, it's hard because it's not the subject I find the most interesting. I mentioned it before though, that how I make it a little bit more interesting for myself is to watch disaster movies, like earthquakes and volcanoes erupting and stuff like that. And like all the people panicking. The people panicking is not necessarily my favorite part, though some people are annoying enough that it is a part that I'm totally okay with. But like, how do they handle it? And when they put the scientists in and the scientists discuss what's happening, what they're gonna do, and who they're gonna call. Not Ghostbusters, because we're not dealing with that, but all the things. It's fascinating. I enjoy it. And I'm also very, very happy that I don't live a place where that is something I generally need to worry about. Man, I would be freaking out all the time. How do people live in such places? I mean, a lot of people grew up like with earthquakes and all. Yeah, I didn't. So I don't think I would do well in such situations. I'm just saying, I don't think that would be beneficial for neither me nor anyone around me. Can you imagine me panicking that much? I don't think that would be healthy. I really don't think that would be healthy. But yeah, it is in a way a fascinating subject, but also not a favorite. I wish I could find a way to make it more enjoyable, but for now I'm just watching disaster movies and reading my curriculum and doing all that at least. And as I mentioned, keep looking for a house. Because we're now in February. That is a hard word to say in English. But it is February and I am... Gosh, it's been... This is month 6 that I'm starting to live with my parents. It's I've been done with that for a long time now, but I haven't been able to actually be done with it because I haven't found a place to buy, and it's a struggle. It's a real struggle. Oh, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I kind of try to, what can I say, widen my horizon for what I'm looking for, but it doesn't really help that much. You would think it would, but so far not quite there. We're not quite there where kind of widening my horizon work, but hopefully it'll work out. I mean, it has to. I can't stay living with my parents. I'm going nuts. And I know they're not crazy about it either. We're all kind of... Let's be honest, it's mostly me and my mom because we have certain annoying similarities that other similarities probably would have been better in this situation. But that's not what we have. We have the ones that kind of get on each other's nerves. Not good ones to have. I'm just saying, where do you go? Oh, it's your head. Okay. So not there at all then. This probably would have been easier if I spread it out more to start off with, but I'm clearly not doing that. Because that would be not boring, but then I wouldn't get the challenge. Oh, am I kidding? It'd still be a challenge because there's so much on this table already. So, yep. And then I just keep pulling out new things. It is brilliant, don't you think? Wait, this one. Not you. Okay. I feel like more things should fit already. Because I have so many pieces here, but also there are a lot of pieces here. There are supposed to be a lot of pieces. Equally happy every time something fits. Very excited. Oh, wait, that one too. Cool. All right. So, I started asking how you've been, and then I just kept on talking, which is, I mean, I kind of have to. No, I don't have to, but hold on. But I won't get immediate response from you because, well, I'm filming this and then I have to edit and then upload and then you can answer when I ask how are you. So, yeah, please answer. How are you? I hope you're good. It's things I want to do but don't feel like I have the opportunity to do at the moment. Really hoping to do it at some point. Preferably as soon as possible, because if I can do it as soon as possible, that does also mean that I have moved. Can you tell I'm really excited about moving, even though I don't have anywhere to move? I'm sure you can. I mean, it's these days it is one of the few things I'm capable of talking about, it seems. Or that and school, because I am now a student, so school is currently very important to me because I want to do well. I mean, that's why I'm doing school, because I want to do well. Or actually no, I don't do school because I want to do well. I am doing school because I want to learn. Because I want I want to learn. What I want to learn is what I'm studying. Clearly. Wow. As usual, not fully put together in my head. That sounded bad. Anyway, I am looking forward to moving. I enjoy sometimes my studies because sometimes they're hard and sometimes they're easier, and I want to learn all the things so I will do a better job when I actually, buy my farm so I can grow all the things, all the stuff, all the food. I'm really excited about the prospect of growing food. That is, that's why I want to do it. I want to grow food. I also want to have animals and stuff like that, but I want to grow food. And I want to obviously preserve the food that I grow so I can have food for like winter. And it's winter now, but where I live, I can't grow food right now because it's winter. So that kind of stops itself. But that's also why it's important to, find the right place to buy. Because some places in this country, the winter is long. And other places, the winter is really long. But a part of the goal is to grow food. And hopefully live somewhere I enjoy. I don't think that's gonna be the biggest problem, so I'm good with that. But I mean, yeah, I want to grow food. That's kind of like the most important. And yeah, sure, you can grow food a lot of places, but it also comes down to a little bit what you want to grow. And where I live, this country I live in, you can't grow everything everywhere because, you know, winter, soil, summer, length of summer, but also how much heat you get in the summer, what is actually possible to grow, what is not possible to grow. There are a lot of different aspects of growing food. And you have to, I'm not saying you have to know all of it from the start, but there are certain things. And yeah, sure, you can extend the growing season and stuff like that with, if you have high tunnels and other things to help you out with that, but there are also some limits. If the growing season is super short and if it gets really cold when it's not the growing season, trying to extend it, sure, it could work for a bit, but it's also, I mean, there are limits. You have to work with nature. There's no point trying to work against it because it's gonna only bite you in the butt and not work anyway. Oh, did you cut me off? Hold on. You hadn't cut me off, but you were about to, so. Here we are again. Or here I am again? Anyway. Yeah. Where I can buy, or I could probably buy like anywhere, but because I have this thing about I want to grow food, it limits where I can look. Because there are certain things I would like to be able to grow, but I also know enough that there are certain things that I can't grow just wherever in this country. So that kind of, it puts up quite a few limits. I will say that puts up some limits, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is, and I'm apparently not doing much of a puzzle right now, or I am doing it, it doesn't look like much. Oh man, but what? No, okay. But I tend to distract myself. I don't mean to, but it happens so much. It's kind of annoying. Do you find it annoying? I know I find it annoying. I mean, what is the most annoying thing about my videos? Or to you anyway. I don't know what I would say. Sometimes I repeat myself. I'm aware. But I do that anyway. So, you know, whether it be on video or not, don't really matter. I have a tendency to repeat myself. So, I don't know. Why did I ask that question? Don't know that either. But I have been enjoying school. I've been struggling with school. And where do you go? Oh, it's that one's belly. Okay. Nothing is... Oh, wait. Maybe? Cool. Okay. So, oh, maybe these two. Or maybe not. Definitely not. I feel like you should be here somewhere. No? Okay, never mind. Look at me, go self-distracting again. Occasionally I self-destruct a little too, but I try to self-distract and not distract. I mean, self-distract sounds nicer than self-destruct. Obviously. Am I finding myself entertaining today? Yes. Will I find myself entertaining when I try to edit this video? I don't know. I usually do though. Which is good, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. I haven't been, okay, I've actually been on this channel for a while. I mean, I've had this channel now for 2.5 years. You might not think so, but I have. And I have been on YouTube. I had 2 other channels before this one. Or wait, technically 3. I tend to not always follow through on anything, or on everything. That's the word I was trying to use. I tend to start and not always finish, because I realized after I started that it wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I kind of abandoned it. And my other 2 channels I've had on YouTube, I have abandoned them. And I'm totally okay with that, because I felt forced. And yes, I know I'm the one who did my own forcing. No one else forced me to do it. But I wanted to try out this YouTube thing. And I didn't know what to do. So at the time, I was working as a librarian. I was reading a bunch of books, and I'd heard about BookTube. So I'm like, oh, cool, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk about books in Norwegian, because I am Norwegian. I speak Norwegian, and I didn't find many others that talked about books in Norwegian. And I mean, I thought it was a good thing. Not that it was a good thing, but that I could do it, and that would be a good thing, that because then someone would be talking about books in Norwegian on YouTube. Cool. I hadn't found many others who did that, so I thought, why not? And I never felt like myself when I did those videos. I felt so uncomfortable and weird, and I just like, hi, hello, and I was just so pretending, and oh man, but it was good. It was good practice, you know. Stop being as weird talking to a camera. And now I'm just, okay, but at that point I was like looking in the camera all the time. And now I'm looking out at my puzzle. So that's definitely a difference. I feel like I had this one. Anyway, but also just, it was not natural. According to some people, it looked natural, which I could see that it was definitely not, but to them it looked natural. And I was just like, yeah, it's not. I did not feel natural at all. And I felt so fake, and it was exhausting. And then I tried BookTube in English. That also felt fake and exhausting. And then I started, yeah, this is my 4th channel, but then I started my 3rd channel. And I really want to keep going with it. It is in Norwegian. I haven't done anything for the past, gosh, 1.5 years on that channel. So you could say, oh, it died. Well, it's technically still there, even though I'm not doing anything. But yeah, but I want to revive that one. And that one is, well, it's It's basically gardening in Norwegian. Badly, but you know, that's how I do a lot of things. Kind of badly, but enjoying it while I'm doing it badly, so I'm totally okay with it. But at that point, I was just like, and I was trying to film outside, and it was very uncomfortable due to how I was living, and I couldn't really grow much, so I didn't have much to show, and I'm not gonna say it was a nightmare, it wasn't, but it wasn't what I wanted because I couldn't do what I wanted. Not then either. But then I started this channel, and it's not really focused on much except me currently trying to be a narcissist. Hello! But yeah, this is my channel where I ramble on about anything and everything that comes into my brain. And if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that there's a lot of, not necessarily a lot of things going on, but there's always something happening up there, and a lot of it comes out, you know? So that's cool. And and wait, here. And it just, I feel free on this channel because I have fun, and I don't really, it matters, but it doesn't matter. Do you get what I mean? How do I explain it? It matters because I'm doing it, but it doesn't matter because it's not like it's paying my bills. That's for sure. I would love to be monetized on YouTube. That would have been so cool. That would have made me very happy. But that is not why I'm doing it. Let's be honest. If that had been my reason for doing this, yeah, I would have needed a different reason or just quit it altogether, because that would not be working out. But my Norwegian garden channel didn't felt forced. It was just really, really awkward because of where I was living or how I was living. So that was its own thing. I mean, I will start that one back up when I have the living space to do it. As in when I have my farm, I'm gonna start my Norwegian garden channel back up. It's gonna be awesome. Or at least it's gonna be really fun for me. And this channel, I've never felt pressured to do anything. And I love it so much. Ooh, I love finding the random stuff going together here too. Where do you go? Oh, wait, what? Ow. Wait. Oh, okay. We're on again. But yeah, this channel has never like felt forced. Probably because it's just a random assortment of everything and nothing. Which is why I'm enjoying it so much, I think. Because there's not really a rhyme or reason to it. There is no structure. There's just me and my camera. And hopefully some of you guys on the other side so you can say hi. But it's no pressure. I love that. I love that a lot. And I was thinking about that the other day because I saw several kind of old YouTubers, not old as in old in age, but YouTubers that have been on the platform for a long time have started to be a little burnt out, and they either quit or they say they want to like become more authentic again, not play so much into the algorithm, and like do more of what they want, and like, yeah, I don't need to worry about that, because on this channel, that's what I've been doing all along. Which is, honestly, it's glorious. I love it. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do here, as long as I have fun and enjoy it. And that is the most important thing for me with this channel, which is also probably why I won't get monetized or get a bunch of subscribers. On the bright side, I don't have to go back to being authentic and not playing to the algorithm and whatever. Because I've never done that in this channel anyway. Which is probably why YouTube is struggling with kind of categorizing me on this channel. Is like, what's she doing? I don't know. She's flailing around, doing nothing on everything. I think I confuse YouTube by not accepting to be boxed in, so to speak. I find it highly enjoyable though. I mean, I've tried to fit in boxes most of my life, and over the last few years, hey, that kind of coincides with when I started my channel. Because I started my channel 2.5 years ago, approximately. And anything and everything I've been doing on this channel is trying things out and having fun and just doing whatever. And I think this might be the first time in my life, actually, that I have had like no cares, no worries, just do whatever I feel like. And I mean, you can't always do that with all things. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more structured or like play to society's rules and stuff like that. But in this case, oh, this has been good for me. This has been so good for me. I love that for me. And I'm thinking if I could have one wish, I would want that for other people too. You know? Stop trying to please others. Stop trying to be something you're not. Just be yourself. And if people don't like it, too bad. For them. Because, well, unless you try to do something illegal, maybe not do that. That wouldn't be smart. But try to, like, basically stop caring so much about what other people think. Just do you, do something that you enjoy. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know I've been guilty of it, and I know a lot of other people have done the same. We try to fit into society, and we try to do what other people want us to do, or at least what we think other people want us to do, and we try to be something we're not. And sometimes we don't really know what people expect, but we try to guess it and do that anyway. And we always worry about being judged and what other people think of us and what they say and what they do and how they feel about us. Like, seriously? If you think about how much you yourself basically think about, or how much you worry, and I know it's not the same for everyone, but a lot of us, because I have talked to other people about this, and a lot of us are so worried about what other people think about us, and we kind of forget to fully realize that they probably don't think about us at all, because they're way too worried about what we think about them. So why should you care? They don't consider you in that grand scheme of things at all, because they're way too worried about themselves. So if we could just if we could all just get better at like doing what we want, as long as it's legal, instead of worrying what other people might think about us and what we do, I'm sure there would be a lot more happy people in the world. Because you don't have to care what other people do, you have to care about what you do. And if you worry about other people like judging you, guess what? They're way too busy wondering if you're judging them. And they're also probably way too busy like judging themselves. I should know. That's what I used to do. So I feel like I'm finally getting past the point of like doing that all the time, and instead of doing that all the time, I'm like, that's exhausting. I think I'm gonna stop doing that and just focus on me and having fun and doing what I want, and then other people can do what they want. And I don't have to worry about them because they're probably way too exhausted and worried about themselves to even consider looking in my direction. Though, since I am on YouTube, I kind of want people to look in my direction and watch my videos and interact. That would be cool, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't make those decisions. I can't control what other people do. I try to control what I do, but yeah, it's, I think more of us need to learn to kind of switch our mindset about that. But yeah, that was my 2 cents about that for today. And I think I will leave you with those random thoughts like I usually do, as in leave you with random thoughts. That's a big part of what I do here. I'm very authentic that way. I don't always think about what I'm gonna say. I tried that. It felt very forced and weird, so I stopped because too exhausting, didn't want to do it. So now instead I just turn on the camera because I want to talk to you guys, and then I start rambling on. Kind of works. I think it works. I enjoy how it works. Though if it actually works or not, that might be up to other people to decide. I mean, I don't decide what other people do. I decide what I do. And now, I'm gonna go knit and do a bit more puzzle. I can't do it both at once, but I will knit, I will do puzzle, and I will enjoy myself. And then I will obviously at some point edit this video and put it up and all that. But until then, or I should say until next time, I hope you have a nice time, and I hope you have enjoyed these ramblings of mine. Because if you didn't enjoy them, you know what you should do if you don't enjoy something. You should probably quit. But if you enjoy it, it's been nice having you, and I hope you have a nice night or day or morning, or have a nice day, whatever that may be. At some point you cut me off, so I didn't get to say goodbye, I think. I don't know when you cut me off, so I don't know what you heard. I hope you have enjoyed this abrupt stuff to the video. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my camera had stopped filming. It happens. And I don't know exactly how to avoid it, but I try. So I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you have enjoyed my random thoughts. I will keep this ending very brief because I have no idea what you heard last. So thank you so much for watching and taking time out of your day, and come say hi in the comment section. Bye!